Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 10th to the 24th. For November 10th to the 14th, still see that the flow has a trough here in the west, trough here in the east, and this would be due to northern stream energy feeding into this trough. And we will have a front moving eastward. We'll take a look at that at the surface. And here's our front. Where is it? Okay, we got it back up right here. And ahead of the front, temperatures will be above normal. And heights, go back to the surface here, will be mixed across the high latitudes in near Greenland. And we have a trough across the north central states on Friday. Go back to the surface. Along with northern stream energy will result in a trough in the north. I'll show you that in the northeast. And the eastern progression of the upper trough and associated front will bring precipitation to the east. Temperatures will be above normal. And then about 5 to 10 degrees above normal. And then we'll have a system moving into the northwest, and we're going to get to that now. We're going to look at the water vapor energy, and we'll have a series of atmospheric river events moving in to the west, getting more rain. Okay, we're going to look at the rainfall amounts. This is in 24-hour periods. Okay, this is one. You can see amounts here are about the peninsula here. What is it reaching? Purple and the purple, about 5 inches. So then we go forward in time. It's mostly targeted towards the northwest in California. And then parts of that region will get a couple inches of rain. And then you can see we have some heavier rain moving into California and so forth. This might be snow in the higher elevation, snow levels lower. And we're looking at liquid here approaching red, about 2 inches. So this is per day. And then we'll have another system moving in, and then it shifts more to the south, where we have purple reaching about 5 inches here across Southern California. So it'll be a wet period across that here. Okay, we're going to get to the period now for November 15th to 19th. And we still have our zone of flow remaining in place, and we have above normal heights across the east central states trough here along the west coast. And below normal heights are near Greenland and the Arctic region. So I'm calling for this forecast period. It never changes the first time. Below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures for much of the remainder of the country, with anomalies that can exceed 10 degrees above normal, mainly across the upper Mississippi Valley region. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, and probability of occurrence is nearly 40%. Below normal precipitation forecast here, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. Looking ahead for the period for November 20th to 24th, still not much of a change. Still have our trough here in the west, maybe like an upper low forming here into California, above normal heights across the east central states, below normal heights here. So nothing really changes. So for now, I'm calling for a little change in the temperature anomalies, and for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for much of the region here, especially across this region, the northwest, and parts of the southern states. And the probability of occurrence in there, 45%. Now we're going to talk about several things. Let's see. We're talking about the drought that is affecting parts of the southeast and Gulf Coast region. Now, this is precipitation amounts over the last 3 days, and you see they're not expecting anything here. Okay, here's the drought severity index. See some of the areas that are reaching extreme drought, and then in the later period of the month, that's good. That's good news when we get to this period for 23rd, 24th. They might get some rain. You can see by this, but you can see overall it's pretty dry down here. Now, another thing we got to look at, along with the dry conditions, you have forest fires. This is where the forest fires or wildfires, or when we call them, are occurring, parts of the southeast. Now, the drought severity, which I don't have here, is even worse further to the west across Louisiana. All right, and now here's a precipitation in inches that has been received, and you can see. Let me see if I can move this up. Nope. This is very little precipitation here. This is more precipitation. If I could try to explain about this, since almost the beginning of September through yesterday. So very little rainfall is falling here. And here is the amount of precipitation in inches. Also, this might show it better. So the deeper reds are low precipitation, about an inch and a half. Then when you get to the orange and yellow, it gets to 3-6 inches. But you can see this area here is in dire need. And this is, again, since September through yesterday. You can see some of the areas down here across parts of the southeast of the Gulf Coast are in this 0.75 rainfall amount. So rainfall is needed. And this is an extreme event. So after they receive a wet summer, now they're drying out and they need some rain. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 10th to the 24th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.